What's up, my pal? It's Angry Poncho here, and we're back playing Impossible Creatures. In this episode, I'm going to do some player versus computer, and I'm going to show off the armory we made last time. So I'm going to play on Mystery Lake. It's a 1v1 map. It just says 2 players here. But of course they're going to be 1v1 on a 2-player map. So there's a whole bunch of settings here that you can set in player versus a computer. I'm just going to do my basic set that I enjoy. Standard resources, hard enemy, unit cap 75, standard that, no cheats, fixed starting location. I'm going to slow the game speed down to slow. Not very slow, but just slow, so we can really see what's going on here. And as far as the armies we're going to use, this is kind of neat. In the player versus computer, you can choose it from among the plot characters.
Raised these creatures myself. They won't let you down.
So you see, they each have a pros and cons. So it's like, well, they're a powerful melee army, but it's like, oh, they're vulnerable to area attacks. And we got Lucy Willing. And
as long as you keep a level head and a good selection of creatures, you'll do all right.
So it's like, oh, well, they're versatile, but they require close attention, you know. And they have a variety, things like then they go through the whole spectrum here. And then Julius is.
I'll show some backbone, man.
Man. So he says it's an economic juggernaut, and the strength is that it has very powerful units that don't appear until late into the game. So his army is very late in terms of research levels. This is another good one. The Ramther, the Ram and the Panther are a good combination. So you see, he's got some strong units, but they don't appear to research level 4 or 5. So it's up to you to get to those levels. So we're gonna play with our pilot's army that we built last time. I'm gonna give the opponents something decent. So I made, let's see, they have some of the same creatures. That would be kind of boring, wouldn't it? Yeah, here. I'm going to give them Poncho's army, which is one I made last week sometime. They're going to have the big boy, but other than that, I think they have all different creatures than us. So you can see they have some flying elephants. They have a guy called Pinchy, which I thought was kind of funny. He's got 38 melee damage. He's pretty good. He's really slow, though. And there's the Licky, and there's some little dudes. So that's that. So they got a decent army. I'm not giving these guys a crap army. They have a really decent army. I'd say pretty good. I'd give them like an A- as far as I'm going to grade them or whatever. So here's the setup. Let's get going. So I have a certain strategy that I like to employ on this level.
Boss? You better protect your lab, cause I'm coming for you.
And I'm not sure if it's the best or not. But basically, I have a series of steps that I'd like to take. And this is what happens with real-time strategy games, is that you sort of learn what sequence of steps is going to be most effective. You play the game enough times, you learn, okay, well, if I start doing all coal and no electricity, I find out that I'm short on electricity later. Or if I build too many lightning rods early, I find out my coal production starts to suck. And it's like, you have to learn for yourself in what order do you want to do these things, and how important. Hang on, finish that first. I was hitting shift when I clicked it. You have to figure out in what order do you want to do these things, and how important is each of these steps in building your whole army.
Okay.
So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to snatch these 2 guys as they're coming up and build a generator there. That's good. Now, what I like to do on this map is I like to expand very quickly and take over. I'll show you the minimap down here. The enemy base is just over here, and there's these islands, one over here and one over here, that have coal piles on them, and they are easy to take. It is embarrassing how easy these islands are to take. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to send some people down here to take that island, and I'm hoping I can kind of sneak it past the opponent. That's the goal. Is that they don't see you, or that they don't have any amphibious units that can get to you. And so you're able to kind of get away with this. That's the goal. And the point of my strategy as a turtle, which is how I always play pretty much, is to hold them off long enough that you can get your economy really booming. And then once you've got a big economy going, they can't stop you. You're producing more creatures and faster. And that makes you unstoppable, essentially. So what I'm waiting for now is 250 coal. I'd like to have 250 coal, please. Thank you very much. I'll put this down. And once they're done, they'll automatically start mining coal. And so once they finish that shop down there, I should have sent 4, but whatever. Once they finish that shop down there, we're going to have essentially double the coal production of our enemy.
Building this up.
They're done already. That's it. We're less than 2 minutes into the game, and they've already finished that. So it's, I think, an effective strategy. Actually, I'm going to do this instead. It's cheaper. The cost of electricity upgrades here is more than the cost of building a lightning rod, but it costs less than trying to do it ourselves, essentially. I probably didn't make that clear, did I? What I'm saying is, researching upgrades at the generator costs electricity, but it costs less coal than building a new lightning rod. And I prefer to save the coal early game. So I'm going to get to about plus 11 electricity, and then I'm going to go all coal all the way. Now, my strategy here is to try and get to level 3 or 4 before they attack us, but part of that is that when you're playing the turtle, you have to be ready for the rush. And a big step there is that you gotta have a creature chamber. Early on, you have to build that creature chamber. You have to be ready.
Boss.
Because if they send creatures in the first...
Level 2 research is complete.
Basically, if you're playing against a person, a good rusher will send creatures in the first 2 minutes. And that's already passed. It's been about 3 minutes almost now, so if they haven't sent creatures yet, they're not doing a very good job in terms of rushing.
Ready, boss.
So my goal is to just wait, because I know that the computer opponent is not good enough to send creatures that quickly. So I know I'm pretty much safe until about 4 minutes in, which is a little bit late if you're playing against a person. So I guess I've been a little bit spoiled there. But what can I say?
Add-ons complete.
I'm going to build one more henchman, and then I'm going to start making creatures. So I'm looking like, who am I going to make to defend my army, to defend the base right now? And I'm thinking Chamibro's pretty good. They're kind of cheap. The Archeroon might be okay. They're fairly cheap, but you see, I'm going based on damage at this point. So it's like, what do I want? What do I want? What I want is level 3, so I'm just waiting on that to come up. I'm waiting for 600 electricity. How much do these creatures cost? 70? That's a bit expensive, actually. Whatever. That's alright. I have to get to level 4. My plan is to get to level 4 and then just stop. Because I think I can win with just level 4 creatures. Almost there. Done. Alright, good. So now I'm just holding. I got kind of a holding pattern. I'm waiting to be able to afford Chamibras. And it's all electricity cost at this point. So what I might do is just build one.
Boss.
And put down an extra lightning rod. Just so I can really get this going here. Level 3 research is going on. That's good. So soon I'll be able to build Ramorpions, which is the ones I like to use to defend the base. They're more effective, I think. And we'll keep that going. It's looking good. So you see we have a secondary base down here with 3 extra henchmen just gathering coal for us. And they're out of danger at this point, I think. They're not exactly being threatened. Almost done here. I'm just gonna hold. I'm gonna build, I think, one more. Nah, that'll be enough.
The critters are under attack.
Yeah, you see, here we go. They're coming after us now. Just try and hold the line, essentially. Keep our heads on straight.
Complete.
We'll do fine. Now level 3 is done. I want to start building Ramorpions. And you're going to be surprised at how effectively... Yeah, I know you're under attack. I'm sorry. It's dangerous. It's a dangerous world we live in. I'm going to try and just hold the line long enough to build some more Ramorpions, and I can't afford them. Man, they're expensive in electricity. 200 is a lot. You see, these Ramorpions are doing a very good job attacking these enemy creatures who do not have a whole lot of health, and just taking them out. So I'm gonna micro them as effectively as I can. That electricity cost is a lot. I didn't realize that was 200. That's a lot more than I was hoping. But you see, look, just the 2 of them have defeated the 4 or 5 enemy creatures that were left at the time. They have done their job very well, and you have to be proud of that. So we're gonna send them down here just to kind of hold that space off. I'm gonna build 2 more henchmen, because we're about to explode in terms of our coal production. I'm going to take this other island. So I already have 1. I'm about to capture number 2 over here. So we'll keep that going. I'm going to go ahead and send 4 people over here. And it's up to you how many you want to send. I'm producing, I think, well, we'll make 1 more henchman. Since we can afford it, why not, right? If we can get herding going on these guys, that would be pretty good, honestly. So I'm excited to try and get that put together. 3, and then 1 more will be coming out. Pretty soon we want to purchase level 4. It's something that you want, because we want to get the Crocanthers and the Bullials. If we can build enough Crocanthers and Bullials, we will win this match, and it will not even be a contest. We will kick some butt, and it won't even be close. So we'll see what we can do here. We have enough coal built up since we've already got these 3 and these 4 people gathering coal. It's more than enough to get the extra 250 required to build this workshop, so that these 4 guys can add to our coal production. And things are about to be crazy, because as soon as I can afford level 4,
building this up.
I'm going to get it. We need level... Actually, hang on. You keep mining. I'm going to have you, Mr. Far Away, build the water chamber, since it'll be out of the way if he builds it over here. And that's what I want. Actually, I want that done quickly.
Alright. The critters are under attack.
Where is this going on? Go get him, lads. Is that a sound tower? Man, they never built a sound tower this early. That's strange. I've played this scenario a few times before, and I've never seen them build a sound tower up there. Maybe they're learning. It's like artificial intelligence right now.
Ready, boss.
It'd be a little crazy, wouldn't it? Alright, so that's done. Can I get level 4, please? We're almost there. Alright, good. Level 4 research is underway. As soon as that's done, we're going to build crockanthers and bull eels, and we are going to straight up embarrass our opponent. Now you can see here, they have a workshop up here already. So they're right next to us, just right up here, gathering extra coal. So we got to do something to stop them from doing that. So I'm going to build, let's do 2 Chamibras, and I'm going to try and take out this sound tower, if at all possible, and then I'm going to start harassing their henchmen. Because taking out their resource production is a big part of defeating them. Looks like he's doing 10 at a time. That's alright. I want to build 1 more to help them, actually. See, they were regenerating health, so... we may or may not take out that sound tower with these guys. It looks like it won't be effective, but... I've never seen them build a sound tower there before. I'm quite a bit surprised about that, actually. I'm going to be honest, I've never seen that before. Almost ready to go?
The critters are under attack.
Is level 4 ready to go?
Level 4 research is complete.
Time for crockanthers. My favorite creature ever. Yeah, these guys can take out the opponents down there fairly effectively. These little dudes are not much of a threat against these Ramorpians. They got good melee damage, good defense, and they move around quickly enough that they can get stuff done. So you see, they're going to clear this up without any trouble. And now we're just in a holding pattern. We need to defend the house and clear things out, basically. Just get her done. Come on up here, guys. I'm going to send these guys around. I want them to come up here and get rid of that sound tower. I've never seen them do that before. I don't really know exactly how I want to respond to that, but I know for sure I don't want that sound tower down there. And I want to disrupt the enemy's coal collection, because that'll crack their economy, and they won't be able to build enough creatures to defend. Which essentially guarantees victory for us. I'm just watching my coal count right now to see if I can build more crockanthers. There we go. See, the great thing is they can swim, so they can go across the whole map.
The critters are under
They have 2 sound towers! Wow, they must be learning. I've never seen them build sound towers before, and now they got 2. That's alright. 2 crockanthers can take out 2 sound towers, and they'll win. It's pretty crazy, actually.
The critters are under attack.
So I'm just going to give them objectives to do that, and then do that, and then do that. There we go. Alright, pretty soon... Yeah, they took out 1 already, and this one was already weakened by our chameleon hybrids. You see, that 25 melee damage is pretty good against a building that only has 500 health. So they're going to kill these henchmen and destroy that workshop, and that will cut the enemy resource production by a significant amount.
Ready, boss.
I'm going to build now a research building. Where? Over here? Uh-oh. Take out the enemy first now. Take yourself seriously now, boys. See, they have 56 health. That is literally 2 shots from the croc, or actually a little bit more than two shots from the crocanther, and they'll be done. So these enemy creatures are not exactly threatening to the crocanther. But I'd like for them to survive this so that they can... looks like they might get killed. That's just too bad, isn't it?
Are under attack. Done building.
Oh, and they went out! That's great. That one guy survived. That's astonishing. I'm going to have him destroy the workshop. Just to make him feel bad.
Hello.
Alright, and now Crocanther is going to get more health. We're going to build a couple more. And we are officially on a downward slope. We've done the hard part. We've stopped them from collecting extra coal. We've taken the two best auxiliary coal locations for ourselves. And we've started producing creatures and reached level 4. We're at a place where we are in a position to win. The game essentially is ours to
That
lose.
research you wanted is done.
And now this is the point where we start researching things and really putting together an army that will just make the enemy feel bad about how crappy their army is compared to ours. Level 4? I've been at level 4 for so long. I already have Cloakanthers killing your henchmen, and you just reached level 4. This is why this strategy works, is that you're a little slow in the early game, and then you just zip past them in the mid game, and you destroy them before the end game even becomes a concern.
That research you wanted
I wouldn't be
is done.
surprised if we won this battle before they even got to level 5. Like, they're going to get so concerned defending against our rushes and things that they may not even get to level 5. Okay, I'm going to have this Crocanther go over here and check this other area, because I know this is another popular area for them to have another workshop, and based on the henchman presence, it seems like they might actually have one. They don't always, but they sometimes do. And now, oops, now I'd like to build a couple bull eels, because they're good to have as well. Yeah, look at him. They're trying to stand up to us.
The critters are under attack.
This guy may not survive the pummeling and the henchmen are going to give him, but he can kick henchmen to the curb. He's taking them out. It's like 3 hits for him to kill a henchman. So he's just embarrassing them by himself, and now he's going to destroy it unalive. This Crocanther right here, he deserves a promotion. He's doing a lot of work by himself, I think. There we go. One more bull eel so I can afford more upgrades for them. Let's do health first. I always go for health first because, honestly, if your creatures are still alive, then they're doing well. So keeping them alive is a good priority to have. And so I'm never ashamed to research more health for my creatures. Getting them to about 300 is a respectable level. Any less than that, and they're a little bit fragile sometimes. So you want to keep them around that level, if at all possible.
That research you wanted is done.
Very good. Now I'm going to increase their damage. I basically look at their damage output, their speed, and their health. If those 3 things have been maximized, their effectiveness as a creature has probably been effectively maximized. So I'm going to push my creatures around here and send them to the far side. I'm just going to try and sort of keep things together here. I'm going to keep the melee creatures in the back. I'm going to keep the melee creatures in the front. I'm going to keep the ranged creatures in the back. And everything else will just be gravy. So these guys are down here. Send some more Crocanthers. So you can see now we've destroyed their auxiliary coal production, and we have auxiliary coal production. Our economy grows and outpaces theirs. And so they can no longer compete against us because they don't have the resources. They don't have the coal production to stand up to what our creatures can do. So let's go get them. Let me show you what we can do here. These Crocanthers, first of all, are nasty. And the bull eels are providing support for them, essentially. Taking out whatever creature is not under the melee attack here. Now this army that we're fighting against is pretty good. These enemy creatures have, let's see, almost 300 health. They're going to do fairly well on their own. They also have poison touch. So you see the ones we're fighting against are no pushovers, and they're bigger than us even. Actually, it looks like it's time for us to push in and finish the fight. I'm going to be honest here. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to set my waypoint all the way over here, so my creatures automatically come in to where is appropriate. Yeah, we basically won at this point. I'm hoping to have the battle won by 15 minutes if at all possible. So you guys attack some henchmen. You bull eels. You guys are going to be in charge of the creature chamber over here. My Crocanthers right now are harassing the enemy henchmen, getting in the way of their coal production, killing them, bothering them, sending them spam emails, just whatever I can do to bug the enemy henchmen at this point. It's all a good idea. And once their creature chamber is gone, it just becomes me sending my waypoint from my creatures right to the enemy lab. And once you've reached that point, you've won. So I can I'm gonna sit back. I'm not gonna even touch the keyboard for the rest of this mission because I've already won. I'm literally hands off for the rest of the mission. I'm gonna leave the screen right where it is. Our creatures are gonna. I'm gonna move the mouse so you can see how much health is left on the lab. We've already won. They're gonna send people to try and build more creature chambers. They're gonna build more henchmen and try and gather coal. At this point, it is too late for them. We've already won. Now I'll be honest. There you go. That's our victory. This sort of thing may or may not work against a human opponent. They're probably going to be a little bit smarter than this. Probably a lot smarter than this. But they may or may not play very much better than this. So if you can get to reach level 4 quickly and build some Bulios and some Crocanthers, you're likely going to succeed. And these are the creatures that I used to beat the invasion level, level 10, the hardest level of the campaign. So I know that it's an effective strategy, at least against the computer opponents. Now don't ask me for exact advice on the competitive multiplayer circuit, because I've never been that kind of player. I'm a single player person myself. Multiplayer I find just too antagonistic for me to enjoy. But single player, when I beat up on the computer, I don't have to feel bad, because I'm not actually hurting anybody's feelings, I'm just winning for my own enjoyment. But that's a whole other video. Anyway, this will probably be the last bonus episode for Impossible Creatures. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm looking forward to seeing you guys again in the spring. We're going to be playing some great games. We're going to finish up Blaze Black and get rid of the 7 Sages of Team Plasma. And we're going to play some more Morrowind and hopefully become the Nerevarine, or at least pretend to be the Nerevarine if we can. I hope you're excited about that. I'll see you in the spring. We're going to play some Pokemon over the break, if at all possible. Be looking for those on my channel. They'll probably show up in your sub box as well, because I think YouTube has finally fixed that problem they were having. One way or the other, I hope you've enjoyed watching Impossible Creatures. I hope you've been watching the videos. If you haven't watched this video, then how are you hearing this? That's confusing. That's Catch-22 right there. Anyway, thanks for watching. I will see you guys next time.